The government is shut down. President Trump's reaction is to meme about it on his socials, yet somehow Democrats are still losing the argument because they can't meme. And Trump is right. After all, people are tired of their woke bullshit. But Harvard didn't get that memo, hiring drag queen LaWhore Vagistan as a visiting professor. We'll get into that later. And Kim Jong Un wants to throw ladies in prison camps for getting fake tits because they're so bourgeois. But mostly because he's a commie and commies hate fun, and nothing is more fun than big tits.
I believe in only two things completely: the First Amendment and boobs.
I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your Dumpster Fire. Welcome to Dumpster Fire, where we make burgers out of your sacred cows. We premiere new episodes every Tuesday and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Please join us in the chat. If you want to keep track of everything we do, the best way is to go to Phetasy.com to see all the content we're churning out, which is a lot. Some might say too much.
Too many notes.
Literally every podcast I do now as a guest are like, how many fucking shows do you have? I had to tell Will Kane, I was on Will Kane's show this week. I had to tell him that I have a secret one with my husband on Phetasy.com. He's like, oh, it's just a secret show behind the paywall. He was like, that's the way to do it.
It's a secret.
Shut up.
Like, we don't really promote it. We just kind of do it for people. He's like, okay, Bridget. The left can't meme. But more importantly, troll in chief. Trump posted an AI-generated video of Congressman Hakeem Jeffries in a sombrero and a fake mustache with mariachi music playing in the background while Chuck Schumer talks about how nobody likes the Democrats anymore because of all their woke trans bullshit.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit.
I mean, it is funny.
It's pretty, I think most normies would say this privately. What's always been the funniest thing about President Trump is that he says the things that everyone says privately. He just says them publicly, and he's the president of the United States. There's not any of that filter like, oh, I should pretend to be more respectable because I'm the president. It's just straight shit talking like he's on a job site where he's building a house or something. I was going to say where he's stiffing the guys building the house because, you know, that's in his past. The meme supposedly takes aim at the claim Democrats want free health care for illegal immigrants.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants. Okay.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Some of you may not even know or have noticed that our government is shut down. I do love that our entire government gets shut down and you will not notice it unless you need to go to the bathroom at a national park. And then you're like, why is the bathroom locked? It's a new era in politics, though. Meme culture has taken over everything. It's taken over the world and the White House. And once again, this is Trump being Trump. And as Michael Malice, who is on Real America this week, always says, we don't deserve him. I don't know that I should be encouraging our leaders to post AI videos because should they be allowed to do that?
It's definitely a slippery slope.
Feels like a slippery slope because this one's clearly AI generated and a joke. But what if you get a nefarious leader who's posting an AI video that is not so obvious is edited? So I do think it's a little bit of a slippery slope that the government at least should have to say this is AI generated. Like we have to say we have an ad, a sponsor on our videos. But then I also think it's better than what the government is posting in the UK, which is think before you post. Call me crazy, but I prefer a complete American shit show to whatever weird organized totalitarianism that's descending. I can't even consider the UK a part of the West anymore. I'm just going to be honest. I see what's going on over there today. There was a horrific stabbing of 2 Jews died in front of it's Yom Kippur. They died in front of a synagogue. It was a stabbing. And the UK's counterterrorism police named Manchester synagogue attacker as Jihad al-Shami, a 35-year-old UK citizen of Syrian descent. They've been trying to spin it as a right-wing terror attack. I'm guessing, I love how in the UK they're like, sounds right-wing to me. Let's wrap it up, boys. But Red Seas is like making fun of how now all the BBC and all these news organizations that have desperately been trying to say this is not Islamic terrorist are like, okay, guys, how are we going to spin that his name is literally Jihad? Pitch your ideas. And someone posted a second plane has hit the tower meme. Sir, one of the terrorists is named 9/11 hijacker. The screenwriters of this simulation.
The Matrix has attacked me.
The screenwriters of this simulation are getting so lazy. This is literally like Team America, where they're like, Muhammad, Jihad.
Durka, Muhammad Jihad. Haka Sherpa, Bakala.
Literally beyond parody. If only there was a word for this.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
It's a Phetasy. This is an example of a Phetasy. Is somebody, a literal terrorist being called Jihad. And the whole like UK being like, you'll go to jail if you try and imply that this person named Jihad was a jihadist.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Like, guys, all my friends in the UK are tweeting about this, and they're like, hey, be careful what you post. I know tensions are high. It's time to go. If you're tweeting like, hey, I wish I could say this thing, but I might get arrested, you probably need to get out of your country. I'm not a genius, but I think it might be time to move to New York City or somewhere that will soon be socialist, but at least you'll be able to shit talk. Of course, because it's Trump and it is a little ridiculous being that it's the president of the United States, our very respectable media got all outraged because of course they did and said the depiction of Jeffries is racist because of the, sombrero.
And mariachi
music. I think everyone's just so tired of the word racist. Everything's racist all the time, and that word doesn't work anymore.
Racism. Racism is state-sponsored racism. Race and racism. White supremacy. Structural racism. How ugly is this racism? Expressions of racism.
And it's not that it shouldn't work. I don't think it's good, but it just doesn't because you've overused it. Now you're just the boy who's cried racist for like a decade. So the video is objectively hilarious. And in the face of the media outrage, Trump posted a second meme in which he was the mariachi band wearing a sombrero playing mariachi music.
Bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
It is the sombrero and the mariachi music that makes it funny. Because if it was just Chuck Schumer, like shit talking in AI generated like language, it just wouldn't have the same impact.
No. And they're just trying to make light of the fact that the Democrats want free health care for illegal immigrants. We need to go interview some Latinos about these memes. I guarantee you they think they're fucking hilarious.
Does my outfit offend you?
You look, no. You look nice.
Thank you. Do you like my costume?
Yes.
Part of the reason that the left can't meme is because they take themselves too seriously. And the right doesn't. They'll take a meme and they'll make fun of themselves. They meme about each other all the time. And so the second meme hit the timeline, and then a reporter asked J.D. Vance about the memes during a White House press briefing.
So the president's been posting some images of Leader Jeffries and Senator Schumer.
I saw.
Recently, you've said that you're interested in good faith negotiations with these leaders, but what message does that send? Is it helpful to post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him?
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the the absurdities of the Democrats' positions, and even, poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. I mean, I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I've talked to the President of the United States about that.
So our government is shut down, and it's being held hostage by two lunatics with a very good sense of humor who are now saying the sombrero memes won't stop until you reopen the government. And by the way, most Americans don't even know that their government is shut down. To give you an idea of where we're at as a country right now. Idiocracy was a documentary.
I'll give you my word.
This is a different kind of war. How are you supposed to even combat this? I understand their instinct to try and combat it with memes. It's so insane to me that Democrats have spent so much time being outraged by Trump's memes. And then they're like, is this an example of good faith, sir? Making memes? And they'll be all outraged and hoi polloi and all like looking down at it. And then they go, by the way, here's our meme. And then the meme sucks. They immediately do the same thing. The problem is their memes are never funny. Newsom posted some lame minion meme. The left can't meme.
The Democratic proposal is designed to prevent millions of Americans from losing their health insurance, losing Medicaid coverage, or paying higher health care premiums. Why are you against that?
They just can't. And another weird one with Stephen Miller walking Trump, which not great. And then there was this kitty video the Democrats posted, which is Kitty explains the government shutdown.
Republican and Democrat kitties cannot agree on what should be funded. Democrat kitties want you to have health care. Republican kitties do not.
Okay.
Like, it was so long. This is the whole thing about the left can't meme, is that it's one or two words for a good meme, and then the left is like, and here's an entire paragraph. And they're so bad at this. The Trump kitty is adorable, first of all, with its little suit and its hairpiece. It's so cute. Why would you think that's like a sick burn? And why is the Democrat cat naked in this video? And of course, the right-coded meme army had a field day with this. They immediately started replacing Trump's face with the cat's face and all of the iconic images that Trump has generated. And by the way, the guy, say what you will about Trump, but he is a master of media. Nobody has created as many iconic images as that guy. And now they're just replacing them with the kitty, and they're calling him Donald Trump. And I'm supposed to not laugh at this. I hope this one makes it into the history books. Wherever I'm pointing. This way. Before our next segment, don't forget to like, subscribe, touch my bells and buttons, and tell your friends about us. We hit 100,000, so thank you so much. We are in the process of scheduling the whole Mexican weather report. I told you it'll be done before the end of the month, and I will stick to that. You have to stick around through the end of the ad to see the weather report, guys. Sorry, them's the rules. If you're ready to break a bad habit, the first step doesn't need to be hard or expensive. You just need the right tool to start. And that's exactly what Fume Zero gives you. Fume Zero is the brand new grab-and-go flavored air device from Fume. Just $24.99 for a sleek, pre-filled device. No commitment, no refills, no batteries. It's completely clean, zero nicotine, zero vapor, just natural plant-based flavored air. It's the first truly easy way to try the good habit. With 6 bold flavors and over 10 days of use, Zero makes it simple to start. Fume is designed to replace the ritual. Fume Zero provides the hand-to-mouth satisfaction and sensory feedback your old habit did without the guilt or chemicals. And there's a chewable tip for oral fixation. It's designed to satisfy the habit loop with a soft tip that helps when you need something to hold, chew, or reach for. I've heard from so many of you over the years about how much you love Fume and how successful it has been in helping you create the good habit. And truly, I have so many friends with testimonials who have told me that it has been life-changing for them, especially with the hand-to-mouth fixation and just having something that you can grab. Take 0 chances with Fume Zero today, available for just $24.99. Just head to tryfume.com, that's tryfum.com, to start with Zero, and there's a link in the description below. Now let's check the weather with Eliana Padilla.
En el centro de Monterrey tenemos una temperatura que marca los 24 grados centígrados. El viento se mantiene totalmente en calma, la humedad 99%, bastante alta, y la presión atmosférica 1009 milibares. ¿Qué es lo que tendremos para el día de hoy? Reportaremos una temperatura de los 35 grados centígrados y tendremos escasa nubosidad. Es nula la probabilidad de lluvia por nuestra ciudad. Además, rápidamente le comento acerca de los siguientes 5 días de la semana. Viernes parcialmente nublado, mínima de 23 y máximo alcanzará.
Thank you, Eliana.
Dumpster diving.
What's next in the dumpster? This is such a dumpster fire story. I can't even believe the gods graced us with this week. Harvard hired a drag queen named LaWhore Vagistan as a visiting professor to teach a class on the TV show RuPaul's Drag Race. The drag queen explained the name choice, saying, "I chose Lahore because my family traces its origins to Pakistan. Lahore is an important city in Pakistan, and, well, I'm a bit of a whore." And Vagistan, because I see the subcontinent as one big, beautiful Vagistan.
Right.
Imagine sending your kids to Harvard and spending $100,000 a year and having them take a course and having them call you and being like, "Hey, how's college?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm taking a course about RuPaul's Drag Race and my professor's name is LaWhore Vagistan." They'd be like, "You're kidding, right? That's not a real thing. I'm not paying $100,000 a year for this." And kid comes home at Thanksgiving saying, "Professor Vagistan is really riding me this semester."
I understood that reference.
And then imagine your child failing LaWhore Vagistan's class because they were too busy doing ketamine with the dumb losers in the quad. What if LaWhore was actually an incredibly hard-ass professor? That would make it even more hilarious. Like, just super hard. You're, like, taking it because you think you're just going to breeze through this dumb RuPaul class. And it's like, Professor Vagistan won't grade on a curve. I'm failing my RuPolitics, Drag Race, and Desire course. Next semester is going to be even worse with Professor Fuckstain. Are we sure this isn't just James Lindsay? This is so similar to the grievance studies scandal that James and Peter Boghossian and Helen Fleckrose pulled off. This is like the real life version of it. It's like they hired this person to go be like, "Hey, write a bunch of books and see if you can get a job at Harvard. We'll help you. We'll write them all for you." Why is this even at Harvard? They have more money than God and they don't know what else to do, so they're just throwing money at drag queens. Literally anyone can teach at Harvard, which got me thinking, what class would I teach if I were at Harvard? I would teach the left camp meme or modern perspectives on critical, tasteful nudes. What would my stage name be?
Your professor name?
My visiting professor name be. Tell Maggie in the comments what my visiting professor name would be. Imagine the community college version of this. You just get LaWhore Vagistan. The makeup job is way worse. I only had 10 minutes to put on my outfit before coming out because I had to rush over here from my Petco job. It's crazy how far you can go when you're just an intersectional lunatic because it's all make-believe. I read the description of the book and Jesus, take my life now. And Vagistan is getting so much attention and money from this. And I'm not mad, LaWhore Vagistan. Get your nut, Vagistan. Get your nut.
I had no idea my nut was that big.
You go, auntie. That was the thing. She's like a major in auntie studies or something like this.
Her pronouns are she and auntie.
And it's like in one of her books, there was a description of like critical auntie theory. I mean, at the end of the article, it says news of the gig emerged just days after President Trump unfroze $2.4 billion in federal grants to Harvard after an agreement that the institution would operate a bevy of new trade schools. So this is basically Harvard's you to President Trump. The minute they unfroze all that money, they hired President Vagistan so that they could say, "See, you fucking idiots, all your federal grants, all the Americans are paying for Professor LaWhore Vagistan." We didn't hear anything about the trade schools at Harvard either. It didn't get much press or attention, but it definitely sounds like a really good idea. People were saying it was really dumb. Centrists were saying it was the dumbest thing they'd ever heard because they're snobs and elitists, and they think, what's the point of Harvard if blue-collar workers can also get an education here? It won't mean anything when I mention it in the first 5 seconds at a cocktail party. And I say, if I could get a Harvard-educated plumber, I'm getting him. That's the guy I'd hire. It would be ironic if Harvard became the best school to go for plumbers and electricians. Maybe Harvard is moving over to that because South Park was right, and those are going to be the future millionaire Harvard alumni.
I have geology skills. Could you come fix my door and I'll give you some geology?
Hey, why don't you guys get out of here? You're making the Home Depot look all cheaty.
Just a bunch of blue-collar workers, since white-collar workers are all being replaced by AI. You can go smell your farts elsewhere, people with useless gender degrees from Harvard. Speaking of Vagistan, are you worried you have an STD? Well, we've all been there, or maybe you haven't been there, in which case, go have more sex. No one likes to think about STDs, but if you're sexually active, you should be getting routine STD and STI screenings to make sure you and your partner are partners. We're not here to judge. I'm sure there's many of them in Vagistan are safe and healthy. Now you can skip the doctor and buy your own STD and STI tests online with Quest. They're discreet. QuestHealth.com offers comprehensive STD panels and individual STI screenings with several collection methods. And these are the same quality tests you would get at the doctor. Available to you. Your results are delivered online quickly. And as I mentioned, discreetly, STD testing with Quest keeps the results off your insurance. So be responsible. Prioritize your health with STD and STI testing on your terms. Visit questhealth.com today. Use the code Bridget to get 25% off and find answers to the multitude of health questions you may have. That's questhealth.com and use the code Bridget for 25% off. There's a link in the description below. North Korean dictator Kim Jong Un ordered an emergency crackdown on anti-socialist breast augmentation surgeries. He's the boob for the job. Am I right, guys? What is this? Am I in Vagistan? It's North Korea, actually. I want to know who the hell is getting boob jobs in North Korea. I thought they were starving. I realize I know very little about this country, and a lot of it is all false that I know, probably. I guess they pulled themselves up out of complete starvation to thinking about augmenting their boobs. It seems like maybe Kim Jong Un is targeting the wives of certain enemies of his. But my guess is just that South Korea, and this is what Malice was saying to me, because he does know a lot about North Korea. South Korea, #1 in the world for plastic surgery, and he doesn't want anyone in North Korea looking up to South Korea as anything aspirational. And if people are doing this, it means they are aspiring to change themselves. And according to the article, strike teams were deployed to central areas, including Pyongyang, over the summer, where federal agents in civilian clothing scanned for black market doctors and unnaturally buxom women. I mean, do you guys know how lucky we are here in America? We can tweet whatever we want. We don't have to worry about our government arresting us for that. We can get boob jobs if we want. And they're sending these dudes around to just feel up women with rotten capitalist implants. They're sending them to labor camps. If you get a boob job in America, if you get a boob job, you're probably a suburban mom who had too many kids and lost her tits. In America, if you get a boob job, we'll send you to Vagistan. We'll send you to Harvard. In America, if you get a boob job, we will send you to teach at Harvard and show your tits on the White House lawn. Top surgery seems more socialist to me, honestly. Just wait until Kim Jong Un sees what women in America are doing. I'll probably be all for it, honestly. Phetasy news. If you love Dumpster Fire, the best thing you can do is become a paid supporter at Phetasy.com. Honestly, you get the unedited version of Dumpster Fire, but more importantly, you give us the will to live.
It's true.
Maggie and I are like, oh my God. Like, there's some days we're like, what are we doing? And last year was way worse than this year, but it is, if nothing else, it's a motivational donation to be like, hey guys, keep going. We like you. We like what you're doing around here, kid.
I like the cut of your jib.
I like the cut of your jib, kid. You got moxie, kid. I think you're going places. Jesus Christ. I mean, seriously, someone said that I was like the most right-wing failed grifter, and it's stuck in my head forever. I'm like, they were right. Prove them wrong. Prove them that I'm a successful right-wing grifter. I'm just kidding. You also get access to everything else we're doing, and it's a lot.
Including Bridget's secret podcast with her husband.
Including my secret podcast with my husband. Thank you to everyone who helps make Dumpster Fire possible. You also make everything else possible. Thank you, Ben, Kevin, and Better Phetasy. Thank you to Fume and Quest for sponsoring today's episode. Thank you to all of you. We love you. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Bridget.
And now, to cleanse your palate, the internet is glorious.
As someone who disagrees with him, obviously I disagree with him on everything, although we didn't see eye to eye. As someone with a differing opinion, almost everything. Should I get specific with the things I disagree with him on? So what I want to do is make my post that people shouldn't be killed for their opinions, but figuring out the perfect amount of qualifiers to include has been near impossible. Political violence on all sides needs to stop. Like, essentially I want people to know that I'm good because I'm against murder, but I'm also good because I disagree with them. Guns are bad. Something that says I care, I have empathy, but also if you disagree with them on anything, that's none of my business, you know? Like, well, do we know anyone with empathy? What did they post? Though I disagree with them on 90% of things, to 99% of things. Did I wait too long, even? I mean, I'm not touching Israel stuff with a 10-foot pole. Now the right's figured out how to get people fired, too, which is adding another layer of complication.
What do you post what you actually think?
Why don't you grow the f*** up? What are you, retarded? The goal of social media is to say the least amount possible, while also not saying something when you're supposed to say something. Why don't you talk to me when you understand social media? I wanted to feel compassionate. Tristan Chenoweth says, I'm so upset, didn't always agree with him, but appreciated some perspectives. She's in a fucking shitstorm right now, even though I think he's bad news. No! You know, it's times like this I question if I even want to be an actor.
Remember, life is absurd. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Take the work seriously. Don't take yourself seriously. This has been your Dumpster Fire. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich so I can make more stuff for you.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns.